So first off, I have my drones set to the correct pressure for me. So let me strike in and show you what it sounds like. And then what I'll do after that is I'll open the bridle on the tongue of my bass drum reed, and I'll try striking in, and I want you to hear what it sounds like. So I got a cork in my chanter stock just so you can see that, and I'll strike in the pipe. So you can hear what it sounds like when all the drones are nicely tuned and they're not taking too much air. Now let me move the bridle down on my bass drum reed and I'll try striking it again. Uh-oh. Okay, that's one time where it could have worked. Let's try again. So it worked only 50% of the time. Now earlier I did this and I think I had the tongue move down even farther, the bridle, pardon me, moved even farther down the tongue than I do now, and I literally could not strike these things in properly. I could not. So it really depends on how far down the tongue you move the bridle on the reed. It will vary even between different brands of reeds. So what I'll do is I'll move the bridle down the tongue again, and then we'll figure out where the drone should be, and then we'll talk about doing a drone test. One thing to keep in mind is that when you move the bridle up or down the tongue of the reed, when you go to strike in your pipes again, the sharpness or flatness of the drones will likely change. It could change a lot depending on where you place the bridle on the tongue, or they could go down. So down is sharp and up is flat, just in case you're unaware of that. But that's one thing to keep in mind so that you're not changing the position of the bridle on the tongue, striking the pipes up, and wondering why the drones are out of tune. So now that I've moved the bridle down the tongue and now they're taking the proper amount of air, let's talk about doing a drone test. So what we'll do first is we'll cap the top of the bass here. Put your fingers over top of the bass so that it cuts off the air, and this will start the bass from working. And the same thing can be done with the other tenors, and I'll move that up. The same thing can be done with the tenors. So let's turn off the bass first, and then we'll see where the tenors are at. So right now I have enough air in the bag to keep the drones from moving. So I'll open up the two tenors over here and we'll blow enough air into the bag so that hopefully both of the tenors will shut off. Let's see what happens. So the first time that I did that, one of the tenors actually stayed on. I think it was the inside tenor. So whichever of the drones stays on, that one is taking just a little bit more air than the one that shut off before it. This may or may not be a bad thing. It may be neutral. The reason why it could be neutral is that depending on when you put your pipe chanter into the stock and blow the strike the pipes in and play your chanter, you should not have any of these drones turn off when you play your chanter. If any of them turn off when you play your chanter, that means that the drones are not taking enough air, and that needs to be addressed. So if I plug my chanter in and my outside tenor shuts off, but this one stays on, this one needs to be opened up. So you can check with the chanter first to see which of these ones turns off or stays on, and then adjust the bridles on the tongues of the reeds accordingly. Each set of bagpipes will be completely different. Even if you have the same brand of pipe, the same model of pipe, the setup will likely be different. So if you are having trouble blowing your bagpipe and keeping it up for any extended amount of time, let's say more than 10 to 15 minutes, check that the reeds are taking the proper amount of air so that you are not wasting your time trying to play a bagpipe that's not air efficient. Remember, an air efficient bagpipe is a happy bagpipe. If the bagpipe is not taking the proper amount of air and is taking too much, you are using way too much of your energy and not putting it towards improving your abilities. I hope that this video was helpful for you. If you found it to be good, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share the video with others so that they can hone their skills as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next one.